Guilt, it's the invisible chain wrapped around your mind. It whispers when you're alone. It hijacks your decisions, and worst of all, it makes you believe you deserve it. But guilt isn't just an emotion. It's a weapon, a psychological trick that can trap you in regret and keep you from moving forward. Today I'll expose how guilt really works, what it does to your brain, how others use it against you, and most importantly, how to break free before it breaks you. Most people think guilt is simple. Do something wrong, feel guilty, then behave better. Like a built-in moral compass, but neuroscience tells a darker truth. When researchers at the University of Manchester scanned the brains of people recalling guilt, they discovered something strange. Guilt doesn't just pass like sadness or anger. It embeds itself in your memory networks. That means every time you recall the event, you don't just think about it. You relive it. That's why guilt lingers. It's not a gentle reminder to be good. It's a punishment. A self-imposed prison sentence that renews itself every time you think back. Psychologists divide guilt into two kinds. Productive guilt. This is the good kind. It pushes you to apologize, to fix mistakes, to repair relationships. It's short-lived, action-focused. Toxic guilt. This is the endless loop. You punish yourself over and over again, even when nothing can be fixed. Here's the terrifying part. Your brain can't always tell the difference. Both trigger the same neural circuits. So whether you cheated on a test or forgot to text someone back, your brain might flood you with the same crushing waves of shame and anxiety. This is why people confuse suffering with morality, and they think, if I still feel guilty, I must be a bad person. But in reality, it's just your brain replaying the pain on loop. Think of guilt as an emotional debt system. Every time you feel it, your brain tells you you owe something. That repayment might look like over-apologizing, sacrificing your needs to please others, letting people walk over you because you deserve it. This is why guilt is such an effective control mechanism. Families use it. Partners use it, religions use it, governments use it, and because when someone feels guilty, they'll bend, they'll obey. They'll hand over their freedom for the illusion of repayment. There's even a name for this in psychology: guilt tripping. It's not just a phrase, it's a manipulation tactic. Research shows guilt appeals are one of the strongest persuasive tools in advertising and politics. Why? Because guilt doesn't just change your thoughts, then it compels action. You don't fight guilt, you serve it. So what's really happening upstairs when guilt takes over? Brain scans reveal guilt lights up three major regions. The anterior cingulate cortex. This is your conflict detector. It's the alarm bell that screams, "You messed up." The amygdala, your fear center. It makes guilt feel threatening, urgent, even dangerous. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for self-criticism and moral reasoning. This is the judge, jury, and executioner inside your head. In plain English, your brain treats guilt like a survival threat. That's why guilt feels physical. The heavy weight in your chest, the knots in your stomach, the urge to avoid eye contact. It doesn't just live in your mind, it lives in your body. And if left unchecked, toxic guilt doesn't just cause sadness. Studies link it to anxiety, depression, even weakened immune function. Let's break down the most common traps guilt drags you into. Trap 1. The endless apology. You say sorry 1,000 times, hoping one more will erase the shame. But it never does. Trap 2. The martyr complex. You sacrifice your time, your money, your health, all because you feel you owe the world. Trap 3. The self-saboteur. You punish yourself. You turn down opportunities. You avoid happiness because deep down you think you don't deserve it. Sound familiar? That's toxic guilt keeping you chained in place. So how do you finally escape guilt's grip? Step 1. Name it. Say the words, "This is guilt, not truth." Labeling the feeling separates it from your identity. Step 2. Ask the debt question. Who benefits from me feeling this guilt? Be honest. Often the answer isn't you. Step 3. Reframe it. Stop saying, "I am bad." Start saying, "I did something wrong and I can make it right." This tiny shift turns toxic guilt into action-oriented responsibility. Step 4. Release rituals. Humans need closure. Create yours. Write a letter and burn it. Apologize once, then refuse to repeat it. Speak out loud. This guilt ends here. Step 5. Replace guilt with growth. Instead of obsessing over what you did wrong, ask, "What can I learn from this?" That question transforms guilt from a prison into a teacher. Here's the truth. Guilt wants to keep you stuck in the past, but growth only happens in the present. Now imagine this. You wake up tomorrow without that invisible weight pressing on your chest. You make decisions not out of fear, but out of clarity. You stop saying sorry for existing and start saying yes to what matters. That's life beyond toxic guilt. And here's the secret. When you release guilt, you don't become careless. You don't lose your morality. In fact, research from Stanford shows people who let go of unnecessary guilt are actually more empathetic and more likely to make better choices moving forward. Because freedom from guilt doesn't make you reckless. It makes you free. Free to take responsibility without self-destruction. Free to grow without being haunted. Free to finally move forward. Guilt is powerful, it's ancient, it's built into your biology, but once you see how it works, it loses its grip. The real dark psychology isn't that guilt exists. It's that most people never question it. Now you know better. The question is simple. Will you stay chained, or will you finally break free?